Talking up the Ducks here at the Voice of College Football. Appreciate you all stopping by. We've got spring football in Eugene coming up in just a few weeks. We're going to run down the offense, each position with Eric Scopel from Duck Territory on 247 Sports. Of course, step on by and check out Eric's work. Eric, what's going on?
Not much, like you said. We don't have an official first day of spring, but I think it's going to be like maybe the 16th or the 17th of March. So you're right. We're closing in. As crazy as that seems, it feels like the season ended yesterday, but another one is just about to begin. So get ready.
Jobs are on the line, but I'm guessing this guy is fairly secure at quarterback. Counted for 43 touchdowns last year, so that's a pretty good number. But Bo Nix, just your thoughts about him kind of settling into this Oregon offense that's, of course, going to be have a new offensive coordinator in play, and you can set us up as well on the battle for the backup spot.
Yeah, it's so a year ago the conversation centered around who would be the starting quarterback, and I think everybody had a sense it would be Bo Nix, but you never know. And Ty Thompson, a highly regarded recruit in his own right. Jay Butterfield was also a four-star recruit, and you figured those guys would push him, but that the veteran would win the job, and that's exactly what took place. And really, the only difference this year is Nix is back, so there's no competition. This is actually, Mark, I think the first year since 2019, Justin Herbert's senior season, that there won't be an open quarterback competition in spring. As you said, Bo Nix, you got the stats up right there. They speak for themselves. It's the most accurate individual single season from an Oregon quarterback in school history, surpassing the Marcus Mariota. Had he not suffered a late season leg injury, he might have surpassed the total touchdown record that Mariota set, but that kind of limited him as a runner. Yeah, it's significant that he's back, and I think to me, just the simple way to look at it, it keeps you kind of with on up, I guess, with at least the top teams in terms of the arms race at that position. USC has the returning Heisman Trophy winner. Michael Penix was the second team All Pac-12 conference quarterback. As we said, Bo Nix, one of the better probably statistical seasons in Oregon history, and one of the better seasons nationally, and yet he wasn't even a first or second team all conference pick because of how good the quarterbacks in the conference were. Cam Rising is back. It sounds like he suffered a significant injury at the Utah quarterback. He was the league's first team all conference quarterback in 2021, and yet he wasn't a first or second team pick last year. Oregon State, who was one of the other contenders a year ago, added DJ Uiagalelei from Clemson, and they figured to have most of their players back now, along with a more than capable quarterback. So it's setting up to be a really competitive year in the conference, and Oregon with retaining Nix, I guess, it just keeps themselves kind of on par with where everyone else is at. Now it's a matter of going out in the field and seeing what materializes. And in terms of the backup situation, I think it's pretty similar to what it was a year ago. You've got Ty Thompson, who I think probably there's some folks who are a little concerned with what he is after some kind of up and down play when he did get in these last two seasons. But he is your, I think, pretty de facto number two quarterback. The expectation is he will continue for the third straight season to be the team's backup. And then they went out and signed a pretty highly regarded recruit from the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Austin Novosad, pulled him from the Baylor Bears on a signing day flip back in December. He is on campus right now and is expected to compete with Ty as the backup. But those are your kind of three quarterbacks, and I don't think there's really an expectation unless Ty Thompson decides after spring, you know what, I want to be a starter right now. I'm going to move on. But I think if that's since he would have already done so, given that he knew with Nix coming back what the situation was. So I think this is your situation at quarterback. You've got three guys. You've got Nix, who's a highly regarded player in his own right, and you've got a couple of big time recruits behind him, and you kind of see which one of those guys ends up developing down the line. But that's kind of where they're at right now.